Bort? Oh, come on, Bort?
Mommy, buy me a license plate!
No, come along, Bort.
Hello and welcome to the Bort Experience. Today we are taking a look at the Dead Putting Society of The Simpsons, Season 2, Episode 6, 19 overall. First, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm up to, I think as of this recording, 145 subscribers so on YouTube, so thank you so much. Unfortunately, I had a goal of trying to stream on Twitch some video game content, and it just didn't really happen. I'm still working on it, so hopefully get more time to do that this upcoming week. But we still got the episode, and also go check out some other videos that I've been posting on the channel. I am really proud of this recent episode I just posted about the Prestige, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a really quick short, so go check it out and let me know your thoughts. And if you want to see more videos kind of like that, diving into movies, TV, and video games. So without further ado, let's jump into the episode. Dead Putting Society was written by Jeff Martin, directed by Rich Moore. It originally aired on Fox in the United States on November 15th, 1990. Fun fact, November 15th is me and my wife's anniversary. We've been together for 16 years. November 15th, 2009 is when we got together. So it's been an incredible journey, you know. The chalkboard gag, I am not a 32-year-old woman, and the couch gag, everyone fits onto the couch, including the pets. Episode summary, Ned Flanders invites Homer to his house for a beer. Homer, seeing how nice Ned's house is, becomes jealous, causing Flanders to angrily ask him to leave. Flanders immediately regrets his outburst and tries to make up with Homer, who remains defiant. One day, while mini-golfing, Bart and Flanders' son Todd decide to enter a tournament. Homer becomes confident that Bart will win and makes a bet with Ned that the father of the boy who does not win will have to mow the neighbor's lawn in their wife's Sunday's best dress. On the day of the tournament, Bart and Todd make the finals but decide to call it a draw, forcing both Homer and Ned to fulfill the requirements of their bet. My thoughts. So this was, to me, a way big step up from Dancing Homer, what we got last week. I really enjoyed Homer's kind of obsessive nature of wanting to just beat Flanders at any cost. I love how Lisa helps Bart and tries to encourage him, and we have some like Karate Kid type references, the Sun Tzu, the Art of War, how do you defeat your opponent, and it's all around mini golf, which honestly, out of any types of golf, I prefer to play mini golf or top golf instead of regular golf. I'm not that good, but I'd rather play those other two options just because golfing can be very frustrating and you're hot, and I play the zigzag game, but at least in putt golf it's just kind of fun, and usually the courses are a lot of fun. And then top golf is, if you've never played it before, it's similar to bowling, where it's like a 3 or 4 level complex, and you're hitting the ball kind of like a driving range into these different targets, and you're playing like games to pay. It's kind of expensive, but it's kind of fun to maybe go with friends, or I think I've been a few times with friends, or like a work type trip where you get to go and kind of hit the balls. So it's really fun. So I like how that was kind of like the core competition element of it. I found it interesting that Ned actually gets mad at Homer. I feel like this is something they really toned down, because I know there's an episode I don't know what season, but in the future, where Ned actually goes crazy and becomes like even more hateful. Ned is usually very like, no, I wouldn't say like a doormat, but he just takes all the abuse from Homer kind of willingly, and doesn't really snap until, like I said, that episode. So seeing him get angry, I do like that they still have him kind of apologizing and feeling bad and calling Reverend Lovejoy in the middle of the night. So I feel like the very core of the character is still there, but I think they're still kind of fleshing him out. And it just was kind of throwing me off guard that he actually got mad. I'm like, what? Ned's getting mad at Homer? I also like that even though the kids tie, or decide to do a tie, that Ned doesn't really bother him for having to mow the lawn, and Homer is like, God, he's actually enjoying this. So it's just funny how, like, even though Homer wants this so badly, it kind of just backfires. It also kind of reminded me of how you see those parents that push their children so hard at a sport or an instrument or whatever it might be, and they're trying to live out their like trauma or their things that are going on in their head through their kid, which I think can be very bad and detrimental to children. And you can tell the pressure that Bart felt. It's almost like, hey, if you don't win this game, I'm not going to love you, type of thing. So it's kind of interesting to kind of see that dynamic, and it's definitely true, and it happens in the world. And that's why I feel like you should really be encouraging, and it's okay to be in competitions. It's okay to compete, but it's also okay to just enjoy something. One of the things, I loved basketball when I was a kid, and I got into it, and I played from like the 4th grade until senior in high school. And it was always fun until, I would say, it stopped being fun around the 9th grade. So once you kind of start getting into high school era, because then it was just kind of like people getting pissed off at like practice and scrimmages, and it's just like this hateful mentality. And it's like, we're not here to have fun. We're here to play, it's like, it's a game. We're playing a game with a ball, and it's like, I understand you can get angry or whatever, but it's just, it kind of blows my mind how the competitive nature of some people kind of get the best of them. And it's like, hey, instead of having fun, this is like miserable. And part of me wishes I just wouldn't have played and would have pursued other aspects, but I had been playing it for so long. And at the time, a lot of my friends were in athletics. So I just was like, well, whatever, since high school though, going to college, I found a different type of group of friends that we play like D&D or video games. So watch anime and talk about that and talk about movies and TV shows. So to me, that is more entertaining and fun than like really focusing in on a sport. And like, if you even if it's like a silly game like putt golf, getting like super worked up about it. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I definitely think it was a step up from last episode. Last episode just was a really low mark for me. But this one kind of bounced back up, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. So our next segment, we have the Citizens of Springfield. We have Dan Castanella as Homer Simpson. We have Julie Carvener as Marge, Patty and Selma, Nancy Cartwright as Bart and Todd. We have Yarly Smith as Lisa, and Harry Shearer as Ned Flanders and Reverend Lovejoy. We also have Maggie Roswell as Maud Flanders, and then Tress MacNeille as Helen Lovejoy. The MVP of the episode, I'm going to give it to Bart and Lisa. I feel like, it's kind of a Homer-ish episode with his like grudge against Flanders, but he kind of uses the kids. I think the whole family, it's kind of great. Maggie doesn't have really a lot to do in this episode, but it felt very, the whole family was involved. It was kind of start off with Homer. Bart is competing, so it's kind of a Bart episode. But I think Lisa is like a shining star. And I heard this when I watched a podcast from Alan Siegel, who wrote the book that inspired this podcast, Stupid TV Be More Funny, that his favorite character is Lisa. And like maybe growing up or when he was younger, it might have been Homer or Bart. And I'm not saying Lisa's my favorite character, but I have a greater appreciation of Lisa now than I ever have, I think, when I was watching it when I was a kid. And just seeing her like willingness to help, her going to the library, teaching Bart about geometry and angles, and like using like these like things that you learn in school, which teachers say, oh, you can use this in the real world. And every kid's like, yeah, right, how? And actually using those skills and making it like useful skills that you can, use out in the real world, it was kind of just amazing. And then, I don't know, just Lisa just really has grown on me as a character, and just, I love seeing her shine, and I can't wait to keep seeing her shine throughout the show. So yeah, Bart and Lisa definitely MVPs of the episode for me today. And then the best joke is kind of towards the end of the episode. Here we go. Bart, having never sorry, this is Lisa. Lisa, having never received any words of encouragement myself, I'm not sure how they're supposed to sound, but here goes. I believe in you. Bart, thanks, man. It's just kind of funny that, even though she's giving a compliment or trying to encourage Bart, she's never been encouraged herself. It's kind of sad, but then it's also, I think, the plight of a very intelligent character that you don't really need to study or try super hard. You're just naturally gifted in that capacity. And I'm sure Homer and Marge are having to focus on Maggie and Bart more than her, and that middle child syndrome probably really kicks in of not feeling like your family has been encouraging enough. So I thought it was a great joke, kind of sad, but funny at the same time. And my favorite segment, trivia. So let us see what we got. Okay. What is Chief Wiggum's first name? The Chief of Police of Springfield. What is Chief Wiggum's first name? Subscribe to the podcast and check out the full episode for the answer. And, of course, it is Clancy. So, thank you so much for joining me. I've been really enjoying the show. I've been trying to record other kind of videos. Like I said, check out that Prestige video that I just made. It's fantastic, fantastic movie, and I think I did a really great job of just kind of giving you a taste of what it is on the short I did. I'm going to be trying to hopefully stream more on some Simpsons games or some other video games just to kind of get on the channel. So, but I appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe, and let's keep the conversation going down in the comments. But until next time, peace out.